Hey, what's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode number 15. Wow, holy crap. Of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Crappy weekend here.
Of course.
Rain,
Yeah,
cool.
that's the sweatshirt today.
Yeah.
The hoodie on today. It's 57 freaking degrees
Yeah,
outside
it's ridiculous. 62 here, and it's
on
supposed to
July
be
3rd.
yeah, rain soaked July 3rd. Yep. And tomorrow's supposed to be like a half and half. They don't know if the morning part's going to be good, if the afternoon. So we'll just play it by ear.
Yeah. Welcome to Jersey and New York.
Yeah. Yeah, really. It's time to get out, right?
That's damn right. You're damn right.
Nah, we're born and bred. Where are we gonna go? No.
So how's everybody doing this morning? What do we got? What do we got today?
So I want to start off with, because I left the cliffhanger last week about 5 fan bases who already should be prepping for next year's draft.
I hope we're not one of them.
I'll let you know in a second, but here's what I don't get. Are we that bored and have nothing to write that the season hasn't even played out and we're already talking about 5 teams and their fans who should already look forward to next year's draft?
Yeah,
or are we saying that these are 5 teams, and looking at these teams, that's not what they're saying, but I'm throwing out there that are going to do so well this year, plus what they have to build on next year, the sky's the limit. When I name these teams, I don't think that's what they're saying. I think that they're saying these 5 teams will be on the bottom and they're
going to stink. Yeah, are going to stink.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a top 5 draft pick again.
Yeah. So I'm going to give them to you, and then you
Lay it on me.
A little comment as we go. So
Lay it on
number
me.
5, the Falcons.
Okay. Well, I mean, how long is Matty Ice good for?
It's not, agree. It's not so much that. I just saw like the Falcons, and I don't want people to say, oh, you're just saying that because you're not a Falcon fan. If any Falcon fans out there, we say, pop on your comment, you want to come on. The Falcons seem to be in disarray because they had to get rid of their best player to free up money.
I don't think the Falcons have been the same since the Patriot comeback.
Yeah, I'll agree. Oh, yeah, they're still in Super Bowl hangover.
Absolutely.
I think
I would be too.
I think they mortgaged the farm to win that Super Bowl, and when it didn't happen, but that's what I'm saying. So I could see the Falcons. Now, maybe the Falcons will surprise a lot of people, but when you don't have money and you have to get rid of one of your best players to free up some money, that can't bode well for next year. So I could see that. Okay, I could see that. Now, this team, yes, you could say what you want about what I'm going to say after I announce them, but the Jets at number 4? Are you freaking kidding me?
I knew we had to be one of them.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Listen.
Now, don't get me wrong, Kevin. I only have them winning 5 games, but I am changing it to 6 because I think without Julio Jones, we could beat Atlanta now. So I'm going to give them a 6th win.
Well, hey, I had them at 7. So
I know. And let me tell you something, Kevin. That old Jet me is coming out because as we get closer to the season, I'm getting pumped. I'm getting excited.
I'm right there with you.
I never wanted a summer to end as.
Hey, and let me tell you, I was going to get to this. I've been reading that Wilson is living up to the hype, that he's wearing the coaches out in practice.
Good. I never wanted a summer to end as quick as I want this summer to end. And I'm never like that. I love my summers. The hotter, the stickier, the steamier, the better. My kids are home. I love it, you know? But I'm pumped about this team now.
I'm ready,
man. I didn't want to be.
I was ready the day after the draft. The day
I know.
After we hired Saleh, I was like, let's go, man.
No, I know you were. I wanted to be a slow crawl with this team, and I still do, but I can't. My green and white blood is, I'm ready.
It's oozing out of your pores.
I'm ready. Now, number 3, the Eagles.
Okay. I got that. I could see.
Yeah,
I can see
you know,
that.
and again, everyone's gonna probably say, "Oh, well, you said these teams, you could see that, but your team, you couldn't." I can't talk much about the Eagles. I don't know what their quarterback is gonna be. Maybe he turns out to be the next
Exactly.
Ron Jaworski, Aaron, whoever you want to put in line with him. You know, maybe he turns out to be that. But the Eagles just look like a team who are a few years away from anything. They're
Yeah,
farther away from anything than we are.
he could be the next Ryan Leaf too. So
Yeah, exactly.
as with any of these guys.
Exactly. Now I'm
Mhm.
going to read the last two, and then I'm going to name two teams that I think, and what do I know, should be on this list, but not. But you'll tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, number 2 are the Lions.
I could see them being on the list. Yeah,
Now,
sure.
is that, and again, I wish we knew some Detroit Lion fans, is that an organization that just can't seem to get out of its own way?
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
Patricia, yeah, he hasn't impressed me, especially coming from the Belichick coaching staff and the New England way of doing things. I haven't been impressed.
But are you impressed with Campbell taking over? This is a fiery guy. Like, this is like that Rex Ryan type of guy. Like, where he made the announcement to his team the other day, and I don't have any content behind it. I should have done more research. He said, I'm not here to hold any of these players' toilet paper. Now, I don't know what that meant or how it was said.
Is that like I'm not here to kiss Belichick's rings?
I don't know what that meant. Like, I should have went deeper into the stories. Now, I got to be honest, this was a tough week family-wise, so I didn't get a
same
chance.
here.
Yeah.
Same here, man. Same here.
Yeah. So I didn't get a chance to do a lot of the research on what that comment was or why it was said. But you gotta like it. Almost like I'm not cleaning anyone's ass, and I'm not gonna be there to clean your ass. Almost like saying do your job without saying do your job. I think the Lions are building something. I'm not quick to put them in this top 5. I have 2 other teams that I would have put in, but let's go on to number 1. And I agree with them. Yeah,
let's hear it.
the Houston Texans.
You know what?
Go ahead, spew it, let it go.
We don't know about Deshaun. We don't know what's going to happen. And you know, where the hell are the Jaguars?
That was the team I was thinking. That was the team I was thinking because.
Oh, wait, we've got Tebow.
Yeah. Well,
we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Here's what scares me about some news I got a couple of weeks ago, which everyone knows about. You know, and if he was on, and this is something that I'm surprised because this is such Jet law. Like if we drafted Trevor, you could see this happening to Trevor because it's Jet law that we draft the king and the king is hurt. So Trevor's been hurt. He has hamstring tightness. He had to sit out those last OTA, the 2 OTAs, you know, and then he re-injured it again recently. So, you know, and this is old news. This should have been reported 2 weeks ago, but we were doing so much, I never got around to it. So I don't understand why Jacksonville is not one of these top 5 teams.
That's what I don't get it. I don't get it.
And I understand.
I do not get it.
And one other team, and I understand the kid showed flashes. The kid is, you know, he's probably going to be one of the great ones. Why isn't the Bengals on this list? All of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that they, you know, now maybe this is just a top 5, and if he expanded it to 10, those are the teams that be on. But I
guess, but still, who had the number 1 pick in the draft last year, or this past draft? Jacksonville.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I don't get it.
So we're all starting to believe that with a new head coach, just like us, they're not one of the teams who should be looking forward to next year, but we are. Now, listen, maybe it's good that they throw dirt on us.
Yeah, come on.
You know, let them throw the dirt on us so then we could have the last laugh.
Play with a chip. Play with a chip on your shoulder.
Exactly. Now, this story didn't give any reason for why these fan bases need to look forward to next year.
Okay.
Now, maybe in our case, you're taking a positive spin on it. Look forward to next year because you're going to do good this year, but think about next year when you have money and 11 picks and maybe you free up some more money. So maybe that's how, maybe he's looking at these 5 teams in a positive light but I don't think he was.
And with the deals that the Dolphins swindled, why wouldn't the Dolphins be in there looking forward to the draft next year? You know how many picks they had?
No, I know. But I think a lot of people think the Dolphins are going to be a wild card team.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I think.
Why? Oh, come on.
Well, that's what we're going to have to talk about. We're going to have to look at the 15, 16 teams on our side and see who we feel are the best 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone's already crowned Buffalo, and I'm willing to jump on that bandwagon as well. But it's only going to take,
all right. Yeah.
It's only going to, and listen, that's for any team. It's only going to take 1 or 2 key injuries to put Buffalo back in the mix like everyone else.
That's right.
You know,
that's right. That's right. And I mean, okay, you got to look at them as the favorite.
Yep.
To win the division because they did it last year.
Okay.
And I mean, there's no Brady in New England. I mean, Cam don't scare me.
No.
No, not even this much.
No.
So we'll see.
But the mind of Belichick does. He's like a beautiful mind.
Most of the time. Sometimes he does shit, and I'm just like,
yeah. Yeah, but you could probably count those times on one hand.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You know,
believe me, I've exhausted my hands and my toes, my fingers and toes, counting elbows, the times knees, for us. Yep. So.
Elbows, knees, everything.
Another interesting thing here is I see some of we're touting Joe, Mr. Douglas.
Yep.
3 of his draft picks are on the bubble up
here.
Okay. Number 3 would be Jabari Zuniga, defensive end. Okay. James Morgan, the QB.
Okay.
I hear his days could be numbered with us, especially if Foles is coming in.
Okay. I was going to ask you if his days are numbered, who are they seeing as a replacement? Because even though Morgan's got nothing to show, you do need a second, third quarterback.
That's right. And the name that surprised me, the number 1 that's on the bubble, is Perry.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They're looking at Coleman, Carter, and Johnson as the starting running backs, as the 3-headed monster, and wow. he could be the odd man out. I'm hearing.
Wow. Oh, you mean Perine?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that too, Kev. I was going to report that to you last week, but like I said, we had so much of this to talk about. Yeah, I heard somebody say that Perine could be trade bait.
Yes.
I have the story here somewhere. I can't find it now.
Yeah.
I have the story here now. But listen, I have 2 names for you that just came into play a few days ago that are on the bubble and could be totally out of a job. One is Herndon, the tight end, because what I'm hearing is he's not grasping the playbook.
Maybe he doesn't want to. Watching him the last 2 years, sometimes it looked like he didn't even want to be there. Like he didn't want to play. And I mean, I understand it was Gase and all that bullshit, but it's still what you do. You're still getting paid. Go out there and perform.
Yeah.
But you could see the attitude, the drops. It would hit him in the hands. He'd drop it and just walk over to the sideline, not giving a crap. I don't know.
But I get that. You're playing for a coach who's a Mama Luke. You're really playing for a knucklehead organization. I don't want to say an organization, but a coaching staff that really doesn't give a crap. Why you want to try? Why you want to get hurt?
I know,
but you would think this year he would be going all out for Saleh and LaFleur.
But like I've heard Bart Scott say a million times, even though the team sucks, your record is what it is. Go out there and kill somebody. Go out there and hit.
No, you're right.
Go out there and hit somebody. Go out there, even if you're 0 and whatever, and and it's late in the season, and you're just playing for yourself at that point.
No,
go. I mean, show what you got. Bring it. Bring it.
Agree, Kevin. Because even though you're on the Jets, your highlight reel is seen by 31 other teams, and you could be getting a job somewhere else. So you
You're
should
damn
always
right.
be bringing your A game.
That's right. That's
Now
right.
we know. Now maybe this is the reason why Herndon went to tight end university, which for those who don't know, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and the great Greg Olson started this little camp for tight ends, not just learning how to catch a ball, but to run routes, to pass block, to know how to block it when a D lineman is coming at you, when a blitz is coming out. So these are all things Herndon is trying to learn. Let's see if he grasps it. But it sounds like if the season was going to start today, Croft would be our starting tight end who we got from Buffalo.
I mean, like I said, his rookie season, I was really high on Herndon, man.
Mm-hmm.
He looked, I was like, holy crap. This is like the best tight end we've had since Schuler.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of those catches he made and shit.
Yeah.
Holy crap. But
and the
last 2 years, I dubbed them hands of stone.
Yeah.
So
No, I know. I'm with you on that. The other name, which I'm not surprised at, is Bless Austin. Because of how well the draft and Isaiah Dunn, an undrafted free agent, how well these guys are playing.
Yeah. There's something about Dunn. I picked up on it early, like a couple episodes ago when we were talking about it. There's something about this guy. I don't know what it is.
Well,
I think he's going to stick, and I think he's going to start.
Again, I'm going to give you credit because you did throw his name out there, whether it was 2-3 weeks ago. And I thought, okay, undrafted, fine. Bottom of the depth chart. Within a week, it was like your story picked up steam because other outlets and beat reporters were right now. And now you're hearing the coaches saying, this kid, this stock is rising.
Yep.
This stock is rising. And
hey, man, you never know.
To my ears, because never been the biggest of Bless Austin guys. Again, it might have been coached under Gase for 2 years that set him back. But you know what?
That would set anybody back.
No, true. But this is why guys like Herndon and Gase have to say, not Gase, Herndon and Austin, have to say, this is a new regime. This is all even. What I did the last 2-3 years, no matter how good or bad it was, doesn't matter. I have to start with a new piece of paper from the bottom, from scratch, and let's roll.
And back on Herndon, I look at him his rookie year, and to now, would you forget how to play tight end? What happened?
Kev, the only thing I can think of is that these past injuries set him back where he doesn't have the heart or the fire anymore. Some guys maybe can't go through rehab. It's too tough. It's too something. It's not for them. I don't know, but you're right. The last year and a half of play, it's like, ugh.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a
couple other things I have.
Okay.
I'm still real quick, and maybe it's just me. I'm still surprised that Brian Poole is unsigned. Like no team came.
Yeah. I read that.
No team came calling, and I don't know if
they're clamoring for us to go back after him.
Yeah, and I don't know if teams are going to wait till injuries, late August. I don't know what the deal is, but that shocked me. The other thing is I had a story wrong a couple of weeks ago with the signing of Morgan Moses. I thought it was his camp that was holding out for more years. But it turned out that the Jets offered him 2 years.
Other way around,
yes. And he didn't want it. He wanted this 1 year deal, I guess, to try to show other teams he could still play or up his worth for next year with the Jets. But yeah, he only wanted the 1 year deal. So we settled on the 1 year deal, and that was it. And that was it.
Yeah. Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Kind of weird. I mean, what's 2 years,
Well, here's what somebody brought up to me, and it made sense, and I didn't think about it. The Jets really, as an organization, the last few years, or we could say the last 11 years, haven't been the talk of the town or any town. Haven't been a playoff team. Maybe Moses is thinking, you know what? Yeah, it sounds like this ship is rising and sailing. But
But it
until
is,
it does,
but it is the Jets.
yes. But until it does, there's still a lot of holes. Let me see what 1 year is like before I give multiple years. So on his end, it kind of makes sense because let's face it. You're 4-12, 2-12, 5-12, whatever the damn record is. It got to weigh on you.
Freaking
It's got-
brutal. It's
yeah.
freaking brutal.
How many years can you play
Well,
for a 4 and
How does it wear on us as fans?
no, exactly.
I can imagine going out there and busting your hump every freaking week and every
playing
Sunday.
through injury, a bloody nose, a black eye, finger to the eyes, guys
Mhm.
grabbing your crotch, spitting at you, yelling, screaming. You don't mind doing that when you're 12-4. and
Exactly. It's a little,
and-
it's a little
and you
easier
see
to
that-
tolerate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
So maybe we give Moses a pass and say, all right, I guess I can't blame him 1 year. And if he's part of the reason the ship is sailing, maybe he does multiple years.
Nothing's a big deal when you're winning, right?
No, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Everything's roses when you're winning.
Yep. And
What else you got?
well, I think we touched on it last week, but it came out that Mims is not running these routes properly enough, and LaFleur is concerned about that. I think that was the reason for him.
Coach him up, man. Coach
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah. We'll
Coach
see
him
how
up.
that goes. Do you think Mims is on the bubble, or does he have enough
No.
clout to even say, all right, we could keep him as the 5th receiver? If he's our 5th receiver, are we A, in trouble, or B, just shows you how good everyone else is?
Yeah, I think the latter.
Okay.
I think the latter.
Okay.
I mean,
So you're all in on the wide receiver. What's his name? Elijah Moore. You think
Moore,
he's
yes,
creme de la
yes,
creme, right?
yes.
You think he's
yes.
all right. I'm only saying it because other people feel the way you do. And I'm not talking about people in Jet Nation, or I'm hearing from around the league, this kid could be the real deal.
Well, sometimes you look at, like I watched some of the OTAs and
Mhm.
stuff, and
Okay.
sometimes you can just see it, man. You can just see that same way. Okay, same way when you see a band.
Mhm.
Okay, sometimes holy shit, they got it going on. You can just tell. You can
Okay.
just tell they got their shit together. Well, watching him was the same thing for me.
Okay.
I can just sometimes you can just tell if somebody's got it.
Okay.
Okay, I mean that's me. That's
No,
me.
I understand. I'm not going to argue with you on that because I could argue with you and we'll be here forever. Take the opposite approach and say, well, we thought the same all those years ago about one Johnny Lamb Jones who took the top off. I'm just saying, like, as a Jet fan, I want to like everyone we pick and I want to think we're the creme de la creme. But I'm taking this. This is the new G approach.
Until you show me you suck, I'll give you a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I'm doing it the other way around. You suck. Prove
You
me
suck.
wrong.
Prove me wrong. You bastard.
Kev, I don't know. But I mean, we're kind of in agreement with a lot of the things we say, even over the years. And we only known each other a short time. But over the years, we seem to be in agreement. How many Jets could you say we drafted and you were like, that's the deal. That's the guy. That's the man. And he was a failure.
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot. Just go through the QBs. Just look at the QBs. That you only got to look at one position.
I remember
From Nagel to Pennington to Sanchez. I mean.
And Pennington, the injuries got to him.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to not. I remember being out in the park on the draft day. I don't know if I don't remember the year off the top of my head. I don't remember if my littlest one was born or my daughter was just young herself, maybe 3 or 4. And we were pushing her on the swing, my wife and I had my phone and I had my headset to hear the draft. And they announced the Jets move up in the draft for Mark Sanchez. And I looked up to the sky like, yes, gonna be the greatest team in history. And for those first 2 years, yeah. And for those first 2 years under Rex, we were all, me and the missus sitting down. We enjoyed the game. I high-fived other Jet fans, hanging out with other Jet fans. And then I went away. And it's never been back. So this year I'm taking the approach that, all right, these are our picks. And I'm a nobody, but in my head, I'm a somebody. So I'm like, win me over. Win this Jet fan over. I've been a Jet fan since I'm 6. Win me over, Mr.
Well,
Wood.
listen, I mean, every year I say to myself, it's the same shit. I'm not going to get all hyped out. How many times have we seen this frickin' movie before?
Yeah.
But then as we get to July, man, and everybody reports, and you start seeing it on NFL Network, and you're seeing it on the local news every night, and you're seeing football, and it's like I get all frickin' pumped up again and forget all that other shit.
I understand. Well, look, I came on today and I already gave the Jets another win. I gave them the Atlanta win. So now they're at 6 in my book. I'm sure
that's not because you think we're better. It's because you think Atlanta's going to suck.
Yeah. Hey, listen, by August 1st, I might have them up till 7. It's just the way I roll as a Jet fan. Listen, September 3rd, we'll be sitting here. Kevin, I looked it over. 11-win team.
And let me tell you another interesting tidbit here. I found out that the Jets will conduct 2 joint practices with the Packers.
Very nice.
On August 18th and 19th in Green Bay in advance of the 2 teams meeting in a preseason game on August 21st in Green Bay. So
awesome news. Now it'd be nice if Aaron Rodgers is there. Because then we can really see what, and I understand it'll be practice and it'll be a game, eventually a scrimmage game, a preseason game, but it would be nice to see what our DBs look like by then.
And it's interesting because we do have some connections. The LaFleurs.
Okay.
Our offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur, is the younger brother of the Packers coach, Matt LaFleur.
Okay.
So I could see us there's something going on there.
We haven't done something like this since the Giant Jet debacle where we had that all-out brawl with them. And that's got to be under the Rex years, right? So that's got to be a good 10 years now, 11 years.
And the Packers coach and Saleh also worked together in Central Michigan in 2004.
Okay.
So they coached together. So
did they also work together under Pete Carroll in Seattle or no?
I don't know. I couldn't find anything about that.
Okay.
It's the first time we've held a joint practice with any other team since 2018.
2018.
Yes.
Okay.
The last time was with Washington.
Okay. Oh, I was wrong then. I thought we had that big.
The Giants. Yeah.
It wasn't the brawl we didn't brawl with the Redskins. It was a big brawl with the Giants, I thought, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the Redskins.
Yeah.
All right.
2018 was the last time. Yeah.
Okay, see, I don't remember that, but okay, I'll do my research on that. All right, so what do you got for us? Because I know you got something that you want to get off your chest.
Well, okay. I think there's 2 sets of rules in the NFL I've been reading about for vaccinated players and unvaccinated players.
Okay.
It really bothers me. It really bothers me. I mean, just like the rest of the stuff that we deal with. I mean, I'm seeing shit like unvaccinated players can't use the tubs. They can't do this. They can't be in the facility without masks on and all that crap.
Okay.
So, I mean, what are they supposed to do if they can't use the tubs after a game? We're supposed to go home and get in their collar?
Well, first off, my take, this is a hot button take. And my take on this is that, and I'm going to be the first to admit it, I flip-flop on it. One day I'm for the players, one day I'm against the players. I look at it this way. You're right. What are they supposed to do? They're in danger of losing their jobs, right? But doesn't the name on the marquee or the name on the check give that owner the right to say, this is how I want my organization run. And if you don't like it, there's the door.
You would think, but I mean, it's like, I look at that as businesses refusing to, oh, I'm not making a cake for this one, or I'm not doing flower arrangements for this one because they go against my beliefs or whatever crap excuse they have. And they're private business owners, as are owners of football teams. But the thing with me is this is coming down from the league.
Yeah.
These sets of rules.
And the players union is on board. So these players don't have a leg to stand on. Now,
I mean, you
what you're
look at
saying-
like Beasley. Okay, last week he got trashed everywhere because he said, "Oh," he says, "I'll retire if I have to." You know, I'll play for free. He said, "But if you don't want me to do that, I'll retire."
Again, I flip and flop on this. Here's how I look at it. Like you said something a little different than, like you said, oh, that's like saying you don't want to make a cake for this person. I disagree. I think that's not the same at all. I think if I'm, let's say, ahead, my name is whatever, JJ Morgenstein.
Walker?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the head. I'm the boss of my firm, right? Or my company, whatever. As the boss, I should have say on how I want my company run, right? Or is that not American? That's what I'm saying. Well, like you go back and forth on, you know, what does the name, like, let's say the Buffalo Bills owner, what is he allowed to say and not to say? How does he want the organization run? Do you want the asylum, the people in the asylum to run it, or should it be how you want it? Like, again, like I flip flop on both. I see the player's way of thinking, but I understand the owners. He's paying the checks. If he wants his organization run this way, you don't like, you know, it's kind of like if you work for my firm, Kevin, but you don't like the way I do things, you have the option to leave, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, this is why it's such a hot button issue. You know.
The thing that bothers me about it is two sets of rules. I don't agree with that. There should be one set of rules, period.
So you're saying that if 95, and we'll use our team as an example, if 95% of our players are vaccinated and feel safe and 5% aren't, you're okay with sitting in the hot tub with some guy who's not?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm vaccinated, sure I am. If the damn thing's so good, what are you afraid of?
Yeah, and that's why, and what you said is 100% right, and that's how I feel. But I also want to say, as the owner who signs the checks, what say does he have in all this?
I mean, my mother's vaccinated. She got it again anyway. So what the hell's the difference?
Yeah. Well, you see, but then you're also flipping it and saying, all right, you had it, your mom had it, the shot, and still got it. Now, what happens if this 5% who didn't get the shot infects the whole team again? And now we're back to, this is such a hot, I keep repeating this hot, but it is. We could have 50 people on this show and be divided.
That's right. That's right.
You know, like I said,
players had till 4:00 yesterday to opt out of the season if they wanted to.
Now that's news to me. Like I said, this was been a rough week family wise here. Have you heard any names opting out?
No. They had, like I said, all I saw was they had till 4 yesterday.
So does that mean someone? So does that mean someone like Beasley, who's the spokesperson, did he opt in? Is he getting his shots?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything on it.
Okay. And we probably won't, since it's a holiday weekend, unless something drastic. So we probably won't get any major news until Tuesday. It's going to be slow the next 3 or 4 days. But
and I mean, it's really a touchy thing because I'm reading players deemed higher risk for COVID are again entitled to a $350,000 stipend, but voluntary opt-outs will not be compensated. So, voluntary opt-out is only available for players who executed their contracts prior to October 1st, 2020, which disqualifies 2021 rookies, all of them.
Okay.
So it's a touchy subject. 67 players opted out last year,
Yeah.
including Pats linebacker Dante Hightower,
Uh-huh.
safety Patrick Chung, Chiefs running back Damian Williams,
Uh-huh.
Giant offensive tackle Nate Solder,
Yeah.
and CJ Mosley.
Yeah. Now these guys opted out. They're back in this year. Are they vaccinated? Do we know? Now you don't have to report that.
We don't know.
Yeah, because you don't have to report that stuff.
Yeah,
That's your privacy. That's your privacy.
So I mean, how do you enforce the rules?
I don't know. And
it's like I said, like we've said, it's a hot topic.
Yeah,
it's a touchy subject.
I don't have a right answer for you. Like, of course, I want all my best players there. So as a fan, I'm thinking, oh no, all our best play. But if I'm the owner, what is my say? I have no say in my team, no say on how I want my organization run. I'm the owner. If the NFL gives me the right to say all my guys are wearing pink laces all year, I'm the owner. You're wearing pink laces. But then again, you take the other side. Well, this is America, the land of the free. I don't want to wear it. Where's my right to not wear the pink laces?
I mean, another thing is the NFL and the Players Association agreed to more benefits for fully vaccinated players. Those include allowing them to collect per game roster bonuses, even if they miss a game because of a breakthrough case, and clubs not being able to challenge a COVID-19 infection under certain stipulations. So
I think this
the guys who aren't vaccinated can't collect a pregame roster bonus. Is that what you're saying?
I also thought, and again, I didn't dive into this story as much. I also thought that there was a chance these guys wouldn't even make roster. Even if they're a Beasley and they're the number one receiver, that they're going to do whatever they can to get these guys to vaccinate.
I don't know. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with two sets of rules. It's just it's a personal thing for me.
Yeah, like I said, Kevin, I could try to argue it, and I could, but I understand what you're saying. And like I said, for me, I go back and forth on it. Even in these 5 minutes, I'm going back and forth. Like I understand. No man should force me to get a vaccine.
That's right.
Okay. But I worked hard all my life to become an owner of a franchise, and now I have no say on how I want my franchise run.
Oh, absolutely. See, I agree with that. You should have a say. You're the owner.
You know,
that's where I was comparing it to bake store owners and flower shop owners. It's your baby.
Yeah.
You don't.
So if it's my storefront, Kev, and my sign says no mask, no shirt, no service, that's my rules. You don't like it?
That's right.
Exactly.
Don't come in. Go to another store.
Exactly. So this is sometimes, and this is where I side with the owners. It's your store. It's your baby. You call it the way you want to see it. But then I also understand the players' rights by saying that you can't force me. I can't be, And I don't have enough of information on all this to bring more light to this. And maybe I'll do my study in this week and we could touch again next week. I don't know I really don't know what is right or wrong. I want to side with the owners because they pay the bills. They signed the checks. They worked hard to get their name on that marquee. But I also side with the players. No one should be forced to do something in any walk of life, in any region of the country.
Well, that's right. That's why Beasley says, "Well, I'll retire. It doesn't matter to me." But you're not going to tell me what to do. If I have to retire, I will.
Yeah. But let's say for the sake of this conversation, if Beasley was in his second year and not making a lot of money, will he feel differently? It's easy to retire, Kevin, when you're secure.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's all, it's all big
Good
talk
point.
when you have enough money where you can say, I don't need the game anymore. I made my enough. I'm going to go retire and build my farm in Montana and sit down on my butt and enjoy life. When you have that kind of money, you can. But again, you have to look at why you have that money, because that owner paid you. And I understand you did a job for that owner to deserve that money. But again, even in this talks, you hear me flip-flopping. I don't know what's right. I really don't on this subject.
Because I mean, also fully vaccinated players will not be required to undergo daily COVID testing or wear face coverings at the team facility, and are not subject to a mandatory 5-day isolation should they be exposed to a coronavirus positive individual. Well, wait. If you can still get it and carry it, even though you're fully vaccinated, how come you don't have to isolate yourself? If you've been exposed to somebody, because it's all crock of shit. That's why.
Yeah, well, you know what,
It's
Kevin?
all, you're making it up as you fucking go along. That's why.
But you want to know, Kevin? That's just not in football. I talk to a lot of people who work for different, the different branches and walks of life. Nobody has a groundwork yet. Even the big bosses are winging it. Everyone's winging it. No one has any groundwork on what's right or wrong. This is what makes it not only in sports, but in your daily walk of life. This is why it's a hot button issue. What right does the boss have to tell his employee to do this? And what right does the employee have to say, and still keep their job?
I mean, you want to have, it should be one set of rules. Don't spit at each other. Wash your fucking hands. And don't French kiss each other. I mean, well, I don't know what else to say.
No, again, I get it. I get it. I get all of it. I get both sides. Yeah. I'm Switzerland. I'm confused. I'm for both sides. I hear everyone's side and I agree.
I mean,
but I also say to myself, well, if I was the owner.
So, okay. Judge, reading this last paragraph. So you're telling me if your team is practicing on a Thursday, your vaccinated players and your unvaccinated players are both exposed to a COVID positive person. So come Sunday, the unvaccinated players aren't allowed to play because they're still in their third or fourth day of isolation. But the vaccinated players get to play. Then go fuck yourself.
All right. Yeah, but is there any more details? Why is the NFL saying that's okay? Because they're vaccinated?
Yes.
Okay.
Players, fully vaccinated players will not be required to undergo daily COVID testing or wear face coverings at the team facility, and are not
even if they come down with this.
Doesn't say that. Just says period. They're not.
Okay.
And they're also not subject to a mandatory 5-day isolation should they be exposed to a coronavirus positive individual. So there's my thing. Thursday. So your team's practicing. Some of the guys are vaccinated, some aren't. They're both exposed to somebody who's positive. So come Sunday, only the vaccinated players are allowed to play because the unvaccinated ones are still in 5 days isolation.
Yeah, now that makes no sense.
Yeah, it's
that's because everyone is assuming because you're vaccinated, you can't get it. But meanwhile, all my life I had a flu shot. I still get the goddamn flu.
Of course it makes no sense. Just like it makes no sense you had to wear your mask walking in a restaurant, but once you sat down at the table, you could take it off. So you can only spread COVID when you're walking around, not when you're sitting down. Stupidest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, again, again.
And just like, okay, well, the bars can only be open till 10 because that's when COVID spreads after 10 o'clock.
Well, how do they know that? I know.
No, but that's how stupid it is.
I knew they put a limit on closing things earlier, but yeah. So now we know that COVID's open from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Nah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Again, Kev, until the science is more secure and more reasonable. Yeah, everyone's winging it on what's the rules. Again, I don't know what's right or wrong. I don't know if you're an owner of anything, any type of business, any sports team, what's your rights? What can you say you want, and what is the player's rights?
I want some of our viewers to comment down in the comment section.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? What's your opinion? Give it to us. You know, I mean, this is like something that affects everybody, not just the NFL. It affects all of us in our daily lives. So what do you think? Let us know.
Yeah, like I said, I go through
my rant is over.
Yeah, no, and this is a topic that if we could get someone on, I'll talk about this again next week. Whoever wants to come on, tell us on the bottom. I'd like to hear somebody else's take on it too, because I flip-flop on this. Like I'm totally one day in favor, one day not. Like, but until we get an outline of all the rules in all walks of life, whether it's in medicine, in law, and you want a veterinarian, you're a pet groomer, whatever, everything's got to be in line. Like every rule's got to follow. So we know it can't be you, the owner, make your rule, him, the owner, make another rule, she, the owner, a different rule.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I agree.
No.
I agree. Just like now, you know, we see everywhere at concerts. The hell, the Foo Fighters the other night.
Yeah.
It was only for vaccinated people.
Yeah.
What the? Come on. You know.
Now,
give me a break.
Okay. So was that the Foo Fighters doing, or was that MSG's doing?
Probably the Gardens.
Okay, so
I would say
it
was probably the Gardens.
But the Foo
I'm just guessing.
No, and hear me out. The Foo Fighters. Now I don't follow the Foo Fighters, so I don't know.
Me neither.
They had to be in agreement with what the Garden said, because they didn't come out and badmouth the Garden or say, "Oh, why you know." So again, the big name on the marquee, the boss, said, "This is how we do it. You want to play in our arena," and the Foo Fighters obliged. So the owner of the MSG said this, and Foo Fighters fell in line, and only the vaccinated people, right? I see that that's his option. That's what he wanted. Is it right? Maybe. Is it wrong? Maybe. But now you take the unvaccinated side and say, whoa, this is America. You're telling me now I can't see my band.
I can't go see a concert because I got to get a shot first.
Yeah. So again, and even though it sounds like I'm arguing you, but I am taking both sides. Like I'm sitting on the middle of the barbed wire fence, Kevin, and it's not nice. It's poking my ass and bothering me. But I don't know where to go on this. I see both sides of it. Yeah, maybe I'm taking the coward approach on it. But I don't know what's right or wrong. I don't know. I seriously, because as a worker, I shouldn't be forced. And as an American citizen with freedom and rights, I shouldn't be forced. But yet, if I'm the boss, I say to myself, well, this is how I want my company run. You don't like it? There's the door. Like, I don't.
Well, see, they're not forcing you to do anything. You just can't do anything if you don't get it. So really, they are forcing you to do it.
Yeah. So is this saying right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know. Is that the right saying? That might not even be the right saying.
I'll go to all the concerts at Dingbats because that's the one thing about Dingbats. They say everyone's welcome.
Yeah. And you know what? And that's what, and this is the approach I think you have to take since you brought up Dingbats. If I walked in with my mask on, because that's how I feel secure, are they going to kick me out?
No.
Is somebody else going to harass me because I'm with the mask on?
Nope.
So maybe what the Garden should have did is what some sports teams did in the beginning. Vaccinated and unvaccinated. Now, I don't know if that's fair either, but then at least everyone gets to go to their shows. And as you get vaccinated, if you choose, you could sit here or there. I don't know. Is that even right? Or is that like almost like segregating vaccinated, unvaccinated? And then where do you put the unvaccinated? Can the vaccinated have a section down close to the stage, or are they up in the nosebleeds?
Don't even get
know.
me started.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't even get me started.
First off, everyone's gonna get mad at me, but I wouldn't be online for the Foo Fighters, vaccinated or unvaccinated. I'm joking, fans. I'm joking. Dave Grohl is a man. He's the man. But
that was funny.
Yeah. I don't know, Kev. Again, it would be great if someone came on and enlightened us a little. I see both sides of the fence. I see both sides of the fence.
And I mean, there's no right or wrong opinion. It's just what your own personal opinion.
Yeah.
There's nothing right or wrong about it.
No, I know, but you could see where fisticuffs could come over this, because you believe one way, I believe another way, she believes another way, she believes that. It's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
But such is life.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Let's end this one here with some stuff to look forward to.
Okay, what do you got?
Three preseason games I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
we tee it up on August 14th against the Giants.
Yeah, nice.
Then August 21st.
Wait. Before you go on, Zach Wilson, yay or nay that game? Now that there's only 3, usually that first preseason game, you see him for like a series and out. But now with only 3.
Since there's only 3.
What are we seeing him for? A quarter or a half?
I'd want to see him for a half.
Okay.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Because you got to figure that third game, which you already announced, the Packers, you're not going to see anyone.
No, actually, game 3 is the Eagles.
Oh, it's not the Packers. Oh, so is the Packers not a scrimmage?
No, August 14th is the Giants.
Okay.
Okay. August 21st is at Green Bay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Okay.
Yeah, the 18th and the 19th is the dates we're practicing.
Okay.
Because the game's on the 21st.
All right, so then maybe you will see him for I think now with only 3 preseason games and the third you're going to probably consider a throwaway. You have to rev it up, right? It's no more one series and then game 2.
That's right. That's right. And let's have some live action coming at this kid. Let's make sure he's ready on opening day.
Yeah.
You can look dynamite in practice, but when you tee it up for real.
Yeah. Like, listen, I look good when I have my guitar, but when I plug it and I try to play, I sound like shit. Like everyone says, these guys look great in shorts and t-shirts, but
Right. Hey, it's the same thing we said about the combine and stuff, I mean, come on. Everybody's going to look good at the combine.
No. They trained all their life for this day. They all look great.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The only one who didn't look good because his clothes were a little too tight was poor Matt Jones, but at least in day 2, he looked better. Somebody must have whispered in his ear.
It's okay. He's on the Patriots, so all is right with the world, in Mac's world,
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh man.
All right, brother.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, and now next week, I want to introduce a new segment to the show. Show and tell.
Nice.
Each week I'll try to, you two will try to come up with a different Jet thing, memorabilia, something from a game, something. Okay.
Nice.
I've been finding some cool stuff.
All right, cool. Well, you like I said, you've been to a ton more games, so I'm sure you got a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
My one regret is not saving some of the stuff I had from over the years, just because I didn't have the space for it, or you never think, oh, I'm going to save this because in 20 years, at least I never thought that way. And now I have all these regrets that I didn't save a lot of this stuff, but it'd be great to see some of your collection. So cool.
I mean, I saved, when I think of the stuff I didn't save, I'm like, oh, damn. But
yeah, no,
I saved a lot.
All right, good. I'll look forward to that.
All right.
Yep.
This was another good one, brother.
Yes, I enjoy it.
Okay. We're going to see if we can get a guest on here for next week. All right. talk about training camp coming up. Man, can you believe it's only like 3 weeks away?
Yeah, it was July 17th.
I believe so. Yes.
That's close. Yeah.
Crazy.
Woo!
Crazy. Woo! I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Hey, listen, as soon as they announce the dates that fans could come and watch, we'll have to try to get a day where, I could get the family and come out and you could do it. We'll do something from there.
How cool would it be if we could do something live from the parking lot or something?
I know. Yeah, well, let's try it. Unless they kick us out, let's try it. Hey, we won't know until we try, brother.
Well, listen, one side of the parking lot is for vaccinated people and the other side's for unvaccinated. All right, you guys, have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Have a great 4th of July tomorrow.
Everyone enjoy your 4th.
Yep, absolutely. And we'll see you next week. All right, brother?
All right.
I'll see you then. Jet up, everybody.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
All right.